Hi.
There you go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tapeheads. You know who I am. I'm your Big Daddy Charles. It's beautiful. Hey, what's up, beautiful?
You are, in fact, our Big Daddy Charles.
Well, I got to put my hat on for you. Hold on. Howdy, partner.
Dr. Brown.
Here's my sheet.
Looks like a Bray Wyatt for the wrestling fans out there. Y'all will know.
I look like many things. None of them are good. Let's just call it that, okay?
Exactly.
So what's
All
happening?
right, so yeah, we got a market report, and then because Juke literally keeps us in check and does all the hard work, we don't have much else. But I thought that this would be a good opportunity to sort of harass the people that are in the live chat to ask the pros. And frankly, I don't know anybody who's better at eBay than Carter. I don't know anybody who's better at fucking VCR tapes than Charles and Pablo. I think it's going to be a lot of fucking fun. So welcome to Tapeheads.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to do the market report first?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What do you got?
What do you got?
I got some cool ones. All right. Bear with me. And here we go. Bam. Now, I immediately have a question. So this is magnetic, but it doesn't have the magnetic watermarks. Was it a reseal? Or do some of these magnetics not have watermarks?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some magnetics without watermarks on beta for a fact. I haven't seen too many magnetic VHSs without watermarks. Have you guys seen them?
No.
No. But I've not felt a lot of them either. So it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean? And I can say that more that I've handled tapes for sure, it's the feel of the plastic that means everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you hold it in hand, see the seams, feel them. I just feel so much more comfortable about putting out major cash. But this was interesting. I probably should have had a little more courage and bid on it just to try it out. But I didn't. So $100 may be a reseal. Would love to know if someone in the live chat bought it and could let us know.
Yeah, it'd be cool to know because, I haven't seen too many of those either, but I've seen a couple betas. I've touched a couple betas, and they were like the very early magnetic ones, and they felt real. So, so I'd like to see if anybody got this and took a better look at it and let us know.
So this one is interesting to me because, again, it's like we were talking about the crossover, like probably the record collectors. Like they buy all those Beatles, the first press for the record collectors. You think those will jump into VHS?
Yeah, well, that's real interesting that you said that because I guess the music tapes are, for me, an untapped market in a lot of ways. There's a lot of cool ones. I think, Carter, you got a pickup today?
Yeah.
Right?
I did.
Do you want to take the opportunity to kind of talk about that now? Maybe?
Yeah, let's do that. Sure.
All right.
I got something.
This is all right. So I think this is pretty sweet. You guys tell me what you think.
Okay, so we have Quadrophenia.
It's fun.
So this is from 1983. Well, the movie came out in 1979. And this is the first printing from 1983. What I love about it, you have the side loader, and on top of that, you got the watermarks. It's a complete whiteout on the back. This thing is beautiful. Now this movie.
Why should we care?
Okay, so first off, it's Sting's first movie role. So there he is, right there. And if I ever go cosplaying, I'm going to go cosplaying as Ace Face, which is his name. And it's Quadrophenia was the Who album, late 60s, and they adapted it's like inspired. The movie is inspired by the Who album, and I like this a lot just because I didn't know this movie even existed, and when I did the research on it, I found out this thing is like cult status, like a cult classic movie. Tons of documentaries on it, like cast reunions out the yin yang, you know what I mean? And since the time that I bought this, the amount of Quadrophenia related merchandise that sold on eBay, it was like probably close to 100 different items. I'm talking posters, patches, of course, albums, and just like in like little Quadrophenia related tchotchkes. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed even loose copies are selling. You know what I'm saying? So there's no telling what something like this could go for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and funny thing is, I paid pretty close to this price here. So, and again, it's based on an album, and this thing, and when it's music related, it has a ton of normie appeal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not even like movies, but you like music. You know what I'm saying? So I think this thing has a ton of potential. And I'd like to see a similar copy sell. You know what I'm saying? But who knows if it will come to light anytime soon.
That's cool. I mean, the music stuff is interesting. I mean, I did something similar with one that I'd gotten was a Warner home video original clamshell of Led Zeppelin's release, and it literally had set on eBay for like 3 weeks and nobody bought it. So. And it was right with the correct Warner seal in the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I shipped it and had it graded and put it in Heritage, and it's doing pretty well.
Really?
I bought it for $5. So
how long did it take you to have it graded?
A long time. Let's just say that.
This is my only music tape, guys.
Pantera. Hey, I'm an Arlington local from Texas, so Pantera was my band.
Very fucking cool.
This was one of my favorites. It has great watermarks in the front. Phil Anselmo. This
I love that.
One of my favorites bands growing up.
They did such good concerts, man. I'm telling you, growing up outside of Dallas, they always did one-off shows, and nothing could come close to some of those live shows they did.
I mean, Cowboys from Hell, one of my favorite albums, and Vulgar Display of Power.
That's cool. They're doing an auction right now of Vinnie Paul's like Pantera collection on another site somewhere. I got a thing for it, and they have all of his like awards he had won while he was alive and everything for Pantera. It's something interesting to look at.
Unfortunately, 2 of the original members passed away. So, I mean, one was killed.
Yeah. What do you got here?
So this is, I thought, a pretty freaking high result for what? Second print? Third print?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the shouldn't the first have the 75th in the logo?
The first would.
Yeah. Right.
But I think it's really the third print because it actually there's the second print has the 75th and doesn't have the ISBN on the side. This one had both.
Interesting.
So third print, $294, all because of the silver sticker. And
I think it's a solid buy. I mean, a lot of these John Hughes ones are getting hard to get. I mean, they're super difficult.
I don't know. I mean, what the hell do I know? I'm just seeing these like tapes that, and I wish I could. Hold on, let me see if I can find another good example. Or I'm like, I wonder why this sold for so much money.
It couldn't have been because of that silver seal.
The fuck, it's not. I'm telling you, it's the silver seal. That's what people like.
the quality at its peak. I mean, yeah, those are on later releases for Paramount.
Yeah, but people just like stickers, the little front stickers. I don't know why.
I'm gonna be honest. I had a few of those, and I took those stickers off because I was like, they're covering the artwork. The foil off of here. Quality at its peak. And if you're wondering if you can ever take one of those off and save it, the answer is no. It does not like to come off.
Interesting. All right, how about this? Clearly, what fucking, I don't know, second print, third print, $361.
That's 89.
Was there watermarks?
89. Oh, it's got the fucking barcode on the back, not on the side.
Yeah, I don't think these are good investments. You just need the 86 or
yeah.
bucks.
I mean, I guess I threw these on the market report just to kind of let you guys know who are watching this. Fucking be careful, Jesus Christ.
I mean, like I said, if you're a true fan, you can buy the 94 version if you're gonna go underneath, and you will have the same cover. But just you're in no man's land, between the, it's just the 89.
Now we would all agree there's still fucking deals out there.
That's an insane deal. Whoever got that before me, I'm coming for you.
That was Mikey probably.
All right, will you guys explain to people why this is awesome and why it's so important?
Go ahead. It's amazing.
To be honest with you guys, I've never seen these movies, so I have to put it on my watch list.
Oh my God, really?
Well, Last Starfighter is a cult classic. I mean, it's a very, very strange movie that actually ties into video games too.
Okay.
And this is actually the one you want because that MCA, how it's going around the front of the box, this is the first release of this. So
I've never seen that before. Like I wouldn't even know what one fucking looked like if it wasn't for this.
I will pay $600 to whoever bought this right now. I'll double your money. Just putting it out there. I will.
Yeah.
It's an offer out there.
Yeah. So it's a super cool movie, Pablo. You'll love it. Basically, there's a arcade video game sort of like element to it. I don't want to spoil it for you. It'll bring back those like really good feelings about like Star Wars and space travel movies and arcades from your childhood. I promise. You'll just be like, oh, that was fucking cool.
Super recommended, especially if you're into like 80s sci-fi stuff or those fun movies from the 80s. You've never seen this, you have missed out for way too long. This is a great movie.
The one that I remember was the movie called like Nightmares with Emilio Estevez. That he has to beat a video game.
It was an anthology. There was 3 parts to it, right?
Very good, Charles. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's a movie like I was just checking, like from 1983. That's the one that I have recollection that is like an anthology, and that one that's fighting that video game is insane. But I love video games, arcade video games. Like I said, I say Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Super Mario. I think those are good investments.
Yeah. And this is a great investment for whoever got this. I'll tell you right now, get this graded. Keep it, and look, if you ever want to let it go, let us know because it's great.
Now, what do you think, Charles? Like, is Betamax in the same level of VHS or better for this particular movie?
It's a hard one when you get at this level. The beta or the VHS is going to be desirable with that wraparound watermark. Beta is kind of weird because as you get into the later 80s is when the betas get a lot rarer than the VHS because there was a lot less of them produced due to demand. So I think either or are going to be probably around the same value though with the wraparounds.
Yeah, and you guys tell me what you think. I mean, I've been thinking a lot because I have a lot of beta tapes, right? Mm-hmm. I've been thinking a lot, and that's just because I stumbled across the collection of them. I fucking got them all, but I've been thinking a lot about like which ones are smart and which ones are like not as good as the VHS and which ones maybe are better. I guess the way I've sort of developed thinking about that recently is I think when it comes to like major releases where there's a ton of the VHS and a ton of the beta that came out on the market, I don't know that the betas are as cool as the VHS because, it's the one that lost until you get, as Charles already explained, after like 85, 86, right? Where they're just rare. But when it's like a shorter print movie, I like something like, like an offshoot, like The Last Starfighter or like a lower, like B grade film. I wonder if the betas are going to be harder than the VHS when the census finally rolls out, just because there were less sold.
I think I agree with you with your insight into that, because it kind of happened that they did have to print more VHSs as time went on because people bought more VCRs. A lot of the betas sat around for a few years, so instead of them being second, third, by the time they ran out of the beta, it'd be like 87, and that same VHS would be on like its fourth printing, And we've seen that with some of them. We see that with a lot of the betas. When you see the later 80s releases that look like they have like, earlier watermarks, it's like because it's leftover shrink wrap, things like that.
Okay. All right. Slowly but surely, I'm learning. Who'd have fucking guessed? Here's one that was super confusing for me. So I know about this tape because I had it when I was a kid, because I got in a ton of fucking trouble because I swiped my parents' fucking credit card at the age of 7 and fucking ordered it. And it was major fucking money. What I don't know is whether or not it has the butterfly seal on. You know how like these tapes have like, and this isn't the right one. They're like the silver butterfly seals here.
Yeah.
So the Great American Bash that was on eBay had the butterfly seal. This one was just sealed in plastic. It looked like a fucking reseal to me, which is why I stopped bidding on it. Now, they were both published at the same, or released at the same time, the Starcade and the Great American Bash. I mean, I guess theoretically the Great American Bash could have had a silver sticker and the fucking Starcade didn't. But that seemed kind of ridiculous to me.
I'm going to hope that whoever bid on this knew what they were doing, because, I mean, if this was just straight shrink wrapped and you didn't know, or it's a kind of a big gamble. And I'm hoping whoever did this knows what they were doing. Let me just say that, because I probably wouldn't have done this, but I don't know wrestling tapes,
Yeah, so this is a super fucking cool tape because it was the Road Warriors versus the Midnight Express on the scaffold. And, Hawk and Animal would fucking drop pumpkins on the cement and just sort of taunt them. And it was just a great, build up. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I want to mention here that the tiger on the side asked if VHS tapes are worth more than Laserdisc movies. The answer is yes. Laserdisc continues to be a difficult sell, even though it shouldn't be. I think it's something a lot of people should start looking into and keeping, because there's a lot of the tapes that the VHS and the beta are like $1,000-$2,000 range, and the Laserdisc will sit on eBay for like $45 and nobody will buy it, and it's the same release. So right now they are, and I don't think they will be for much longer.
Smart insight from the pro. All right, for the horror guys, because what the fuck do I know? What the hell is this?
I almost bought this. All right, I almost bought this. It was $40 outside of my head of where it should be, because I run a business. I got to be able to get rid of this at some point. Insanely weird movie, Darker This Night of the Scarecrow, is this ridiculous film, this horror film made in the 80s, only released on this key video release here. It's insanely hard to find. This actually is the highest price one has ever sold for open, but it's totally worth it. So
the original one seal should have an obvious those key videos watermarks for sure.
Yeah, this one was open too. So
oh, I know, but just for the people, if you want to find this seal, which will be amazing.
Anything like this you guys ever run across, like he's saying, if it's sealed it should have a key on the back. Buy those if you find them at a good price, because
almost any movie with those keys on the back, they are mostly 80s, and I think you should buy them. Yeah.
So this kind of goes into, guys, it's not just sealed VHS that's super valuable. It's some of the open stuff too, because some of these tapes are going to be impossible to find sealed, if there is even one. And stuff like this, these are the tapes that horror collectors like myself, once we get a hold of them, we don't let them go anymore. So you get people like me who have like 4 or 5 copies of this, and they're like, nope, that's mine, because we know they're rare and the demand for them is skyrocketing. So it's
Charles, this is my big question. I can't even get around it. What in the fuck would something like this sell for? Texas Chainsaw Massacre is $1,000 open tape, right? If it's nice.
Something for this seal. I think it's going to be. It's hard to call. it's really hard to call. I would say somewhere between 5 to 10, easy, in my opinion. For something
Pablo,
like
I'm not good at running the audio visual, so I need you guys to do the comments. And you held something up, and I don't know what the fuck it was.
Oh yeah. No, again, like Charles is saying, like you should go for some of the open horror stuff like that. Dark Night of the Scarecrow. This one is Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Yeah,
like a variant cover.
Bear with me here. I'm sorry.
It should be around $500 to $800.
Okay, hold on.
It's a crazy cover.
There's so many like this.
Okay, hold on.
There's.
By the way, this is, you know who this is?
Hold on.
By the way, this is, you know who this is?
Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, with Gunnar Hansen. Gunner's in that.
And Linnea Quigley, and this is the guy from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Somehow we're echoing. Can somebody stop whatever they're doing?
Okay, let me see here.
Are we good? Yeah. No.
Are we echoing still?
Are we better now?
Or is it just me? I think we're good.
Now we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, like Charles said, like horror should be one of the best ones to invest open, but you need to be sure that you look at the inspected tape, there is no mold first.
Okay, hold on, that's good. So for people who are just like, I collect comic books, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. How do I know if there's mold on a tape?
Oh, easy. 100% easy. It looks white. The tape
just little white specks on.
Oh yeah, I think I had one.
The film.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll show you.
I run through a lot of old ones too, and I'm gonna tell you, even some of this rare horror stuff, like right now on eBay in 15 minutes, there's a copy of Blood Harvest that's ending. It stars Tiny Tim, the guy who sang "Tiptoe Through the Tulips." It's up to $400 open.
Wow. I'm
also bidding on this stupidly because I have tried for 3 years to get one of these tapes in this shape. I'm telling you, some of these tapes are hard to find. They're crazy.
Now, Charles, how many tapes do you have in the Heritage Auction?
44.
Okay. And you couldn't find the rando Tiny fucking Tim Harvest, whatever, and that's what you're bidding on.
Yeah.
If that doesn't capture, for people who are watching it, why the open tape market is so tough and why people like Pablo and yourself, and I mean, I believe in it. I just don't understand enough to really invest in it yet. But why there's so much excitement around the open tape horror market is because those open tapes are so tough to find.
Yeah, so many. And a lot of these tapes, like this one that I'm trying to get, to find them in that shape, like near mint, it's unheard of because they weren't produced that much. And 95% of them are rentals, which means the boxes were cut, they were stickered up, and finding them in beautiful shape, I mean, people just throw money at them because you probably have the nicest open copy in existence,
Wow.
Now, this is going to be hard to see, but you will see some ugly white spots.
Yeah.
Horrible. So this is a Betamax of Ratas Asesinas, which means killer rats.
The killer rats, man.
So, and it's a cut box. So I have it, but it's cut. And I like the cover. But when I got it in the mail.
Oh, man.
Damn.
It's something good to ask, guys. Whenever you run into these tapes, ask the sellers, ask for pictures of the inside of tape. Because, open up a VHS tape, it should always look how it looks. You have film in there, like a camera, If it looks dirty and all that.
Yeah, and that was my mistake. And then, like I said, this is one of horror that I really like Satanic Attraction. Also,
God, hold on, you're killing me here. You got to bear with me. I'm not real good at this. All right, yeah.
Like this one, I will pay a lot of money if I find the seal, and also, like Charles said, you want to inspect that is no mold, has the label, and then I think these are going to be good investments as a CIB, complete in box, like video games. because you're not gonna find them sealed. It's gonna be population like 1 up to 5. That's it.
Yeah, and mold can be fixed. There are ways to fix mold.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not desirable. Sometimes on rare tapes, if you find something super rare and it's moldy, well, sometimes you got to pull it just to have the box, and maybe with the hope that you can have somebody fix the mold if you don't know how to do it yourself. This is a beautiful one you just put up here. Insane.
This is one of my favorite horror covers. Yeah.
Midnight Video, guys, is always going to be collectible. This is open prices, but these are so rare. They only released a finite number of films from Midnight Video. They're absolutely beautiful boxes. These are really should be in a museum. A lot of these should in good condition. I mean, it's history. They're amazing.
I'm trying to do a good job of pulling these like just banger open box tapes to kind of give people who are just sort of like wading into the water of sealed tapes a taste of the next level down the rabbit hole.
You get the right two people.
It's top 10 horror covers of all time to me.
Yeah, if you get the right two people, like if you get two people like somebody like me and somebody else like me who maybe has been looking for this tape for 2 or 3 years, you'll end up with a tape that the last time one sold was 200, but for some reason this open tape went for 1,300 because it's like people just want the tapes, you know? They're hard to find.
Also, the Midnight Video, like Charles was saying, this series, they only have 8 movies released under that label. So if you're a collector and you want to complete the whole thing, is 8 movies. And Go Girls is one of them. Microwave Massacre is another one. The Wizard of Gore.
Wizard of Gore, Man with Two Heads, Rats Are Coming, Bloodthirsty Butchers, Torture Dungeon, Microwave Massacre, like you said. There's some other one in there.
And there's something Truesome, Fearsome.
Gruesome.
Yeah, that's it. So that you got those 8 movies, you complete your Midnight Video series. A lot of collectors like that.
You are then a god from there on out to all VHS people. There's like a halo around you.
I admire those guys. Yeah. Microwave Massacre. By the way, guys, Microwave Massacre, which is also an insane cover.
Oh, it's beautiful.
On the Midnight Video release, but you also have a slipcase, which, like, I don't have it here, but if you push it, it just makes like a sound, like in the microwave.
It goes.
That is highly collectible. Definitely a $400 to $600 tape open. All day.
Okay, so would you? Okay, so say you have those. Oh, they're opened. You have all 8. Or would you trade that in for one sealed Midnight Video?
Oh, one sealed.
Good question. I would say if the sealed tape is Go Girls or Microwave Massacre, I will take the sealed tape.
Yeah, let's just say it depends on the tape.
Because of the magnitude of the tape. It's like having Spider-Man 13, 14, 15 versus Spider-Man 17 or even Spider-Man 10 or 11 or 12. I don't care about those 3.
Yeah. If it's Microwave Massacre, yeah. I mean, if it's the Rats Are Coming, I mean, the Rats Are Coming is cool, but I've seen a lot more of those than the other ones. So.
Yeah. And like I said, this cover is unbelievable. So it's my
comes out of my problem sometimes of running a business of selling used tapes, because sometimes I get out of that mentality and I just start buying the stuff for myself. I'm like, fine, this is mine now. So these are great tapes, though.
Whoa.
That's a big fucking number for 3 90s. I'm sorry, 2000s open tapes.
The whole deal with this is Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky is about $100 open tape. It's nearly impossible to find. It's one of the later releases. You know, you get into the 05, 06 range, there was very few released. And Seed of Chucky has seemed to just not exist really anymore. I always have people ask for it, and I think we've had 1 copy in a few years. They just don't come around that often.
That's a blue Donnie Darko, and Shaun of the Dead is my favorite zombie movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a little too much for all 3 of these, but I think this person wanted to see the Chucky really bad, or at least a couple people did, and this is one of the nicer ones I've seen, so they probably just kept bidding and they didn't care.
I mean, these 3 seal will be bonkers.
Jesus.
A seed of Chucky would be cool sealed, and so Shaun of the Dead too. I mean, that's even harder to find. Yeah, that's cool.
Darko too, man.
Donnie Darko, yeah, first one, yeah.
All right. How about this? I thought this was. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. I clicked on the wrong one. All right. So this is my epic fail of the week. I was a major fuck up on my part. I was being cheap, and I blew my shot at owning this tape. I'm sad about it.
Yeah, I almost bought this too, dude. What was wrong with us?
I don't know. I was just being cheap. I was like, oh, I should buy that, and I bid like $124.98 or something. Like I'd pay $250 for that. That was a fucking great movie. When I was a little kid, and I watched Nick Nolte like eat out of a dog bowl and do his little Buddhist prayers while he was a homeless person, and I'm like 5 years old. Like I think he'd fuck that dude's wife. Like a psychopath. That was awesome. One of
those betas. You don't see the beta much either. It's kind of like,
major fail on my part. So there's my admission that I still screw up. What about this one, guys? Did we all screw up for not buying it? It lingered on eBay.
It didn't look right to me
for a whole week.
There was no watermarks on it, I didn't think, when I looked.
Yeah, but it's a promotional tape, though. It's a demo tape.
Warner should have still watermarked the promotional tape.
I think, didn't you see one at the bottom on the bottom flap? No,
I don't know. I thought it had bottom watermarks on the.
I saw Warner at the bottom flap.
Yeah,
if it did, I mean, it's a decent price. This is Canadian dollars. This is like $4.50 US. I mean, this is
which is I think what I fucking offered the guy, and he said no to. For the record,
you said offer, Nico.
I immediately when it came out, I think I offered him that, and he told me to go fuck myself. And then somebody else must have pestered on.
To be honest,
I thought I looked at this one and it didn't look right. Maybe it's. Yeah. I mean, I could have been.
Yeah. Someone messaged me on Instagram and they asked me like, Pablo, should I buy this or should I make a strong offer? And I look at it. As far as I remember, I think I saw the bottom watermarks, and I told him just offer 400, 500, tops.
Yeah.
And when he went back,
that's sold. I think that's exactly where I was. Was there a way to look on your eBay what you offered?
I think this is the right price for it. Kind of like Paul was saying.
A buddy of mine was offering.
Yeah. So I think if this sold, I mean, like $400 or $500 US, I think is where this is at. Like Paul was saying, I think that's the right amount.
I think this one is again, if you're like a fan,
you ready? I offered $393.42.
Yeah, well, that's a little too low. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he didn't take it.
I can tell you, I didn't offer this more than that, but I mean, I even have the clown tattooed across my leg, and I wouldn't offer more than $500 for it. So,
but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna show you something, guys. Let me see if I can pull it up. Like this. I think he had it at $4.99, and he took my offer of $2.99.
Hold on.
I don't know. I can't see your phone. It looks like you're on Pornhub. There it is.
Yeah. Are you in fact on Pornhub?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, unfortunately.
DirtyVHS.com.
It's definitely not gonna work, but that's okay.
So here,
what was, help us out. Oh, here we go. We're back. Bear with us, buddy. That's
I believe. It's so bright. I see Halloween at one point.
Yeah, it was Halloween. It's the Halloween media. I saw it as soon as he pulled it up. I offer $100 under, and then he took the offer.
Which was an open one or
open? Yeah, the 1978 media release.
Yeah, that's a great value for those. In good shape, $400 or $500. I'll buy every one of those.
Yeah,
keep those forever.
What'd you guys think about this fucking guy?
I think it's a good price. I mean, it's not a wraparound, but
it's not a wrap.
I think it's about what this. Sorry.
I mean, like, there's one that sold that had a little hole in it. This one didn't have anything wrong with it.
I think somebody did a good price, man. I think it's good.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of these out there, though. We'll see when the population report pops.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, kind of like Back to the Future. A lot of them kind of came out of the woodworks,
Yeah, I fucked up. I overpaid for my copy.
If you overextend yourself, and then you find out that it's thousands of these out there.
That's why I tell everybody, stick with the wraparounds. We saw that MCA wraparound earlier. Stick with the ones that are wraparounds. You're usually doing pretty good. I mean, because that's the very first, of a lot of those. So,
all right, what do you guys think about this one?
This is another one where there's a lot of lethal weapons. I mean, I have a hard time.
There's a lot of those, yeah.
A ton of lethal weapons is right.
I think this one, like Betamax, should be better than VHS, in my opinion.
I agree, because it's late 80s. So
a Betamax of these will have much, in my opinion, much value than these VHS, which is hundreds of these out there.
I mean, everybody loves the front Warner Home Video watermarks. I mean, that doesn't always mean it's a first release. They did that on just random ones up through the 90s, but I think it's a lot for Lethal Weapon. I think it's
also, make sure that it's the first release that says 87 on the back and not the 91 version, because
that's definitely the first release.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that they look exactly the same. So, but it says 91 on the back. With the Lost Boys, it's the same thing. Like 88, you need to be sure that it's the 88 on the back and not the 91. Cool. There's a lot of reissues, like 3 years later, 2 years later, because there was so much demand that they will just reprinting them. But it was basically the same tape, but it says 91 on the back.
Yeah. And Sean Richer in the comments said that it one had WB watermarks on the back. So yeah, there was watermarks on the it one, so that's cool.
Oh boy,
that's a good. Okay, it's a lot of money. That brought a lot of money for that release.
I think that one again is like there's a ton of these out there.
Sticker, people like that fucking sticker. I'm telling you.
So the 5-star collection, there's always going to be a lot more, because they really were able to get a lot of these down to the $29.99 price range, and there was a big push by CBS to get these sold. So the ones with that 5-star sticker are still really, really cool, but don't go don't go into the piggy bank deep for a lot of them,
All right, what the fuck is this all about?
Yes.
Holy shit! For an open copy. For a fucking
it's so hard to find,
one.
dude.
That usually is a $300 tape, as far as
$300 sealed tape. And I'm gonna tell you who buys most of these is Linnea, because then she resells them at shows. So
really nice. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. So who is Linnea?
The actress. That's the actress on the cover.
She was in Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Demons.
So that's her main claim to fame.
And she's, by the way, she's this actress too. She's here.
Oh,
right here.
Yeah, man. In the middle, that's the original Leatherface in the middle of that tape there for you guys too. That's Gunner.
Oh,
yeah, so any movies with her, and then also Felicia Rose, they are very active on Instagram. So these are actresses from the 80s that they're still around. So Sleepaway Camp, Felicia Rose will sign stuff for you, and Linnea Quigley also will sign stuff.
I love Felissa. Felissa is one of my best good friends. I love Felissa.
Wow.
Yeah, we should have Felicia on the show, Nico, or Linnea Quigley. Get your PR people getting on the ball, so
I'm not really important. We're gonna need Charles for that. Charles is in fact important.
Charles is gonna get us Felicia on the show.
Yeah,
I can ask her. All she do say
boom.
I know my ultimate goal will be to meet my horror idol, which is Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead. If we can get him.
Bruce used my phone before.
Nice.
He's the king of the horror movies.
Bruce has done our convention a couple of times. And he's exactly in real life like he is in the movies. That's just him. So.
By the way, guys, what do you guys think of? Like I said, now that we're talking about Felicia Rose and Linnea Quigley, like you think like if you go to conventions, is this gonna be like comic books, like the kids are gonna bring Back to the Futures and signed by Christopher Lloyd or Michael J. Fox, or Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and all these actors, Elizabeth Shue? You think that's gonna be a big thing?
People are already doing that, man.
Yeah,
people are already. We sell a lot of conventions. We sell a lot of used at conventions, and people specifically take them to get them signed. So you see a lot.
I think we're gonna see convention tapes of new movies.
You already do.
That will be great.
Well, people are already, but they're doing like releases of like one fucking tape. I think you're going to see numbered releases.
That will be brilliant. Yeah.
I've actually tried to. I've been just a little bit. That is, I've been looking at stuff like that for our company to do VHS releases. It's not that hard to do. The problem is getting the rights to actually do it without getting in trouble with the people on the actual film. So,
and my hope is that we see Kevin Feige greenlight this shit for San Diego Comic-Con. There's a precedent for it. They did the Deadpool tape already. But you watch, if they put fucking Avengers 1 as a VCR tape at San Diego Comic-Con, people's heads are going to fucking explode.
Spider-Man No Way Home, man. I would pay big for that.
For example. Yeah, would that be sweet?
I mean, even do Stranger Things because it's an 80s thing. Do an official release of Stranger Things Season 1 on VHS.
Would be exceptional. Yeah, I think my head would explode if that would happen. If that would happen. Yeah.
I think
I'll smile the rest of the night thinking about that maybe being a possibility.
Yeah, and Deadpool was, I think, it's Fox as far as I'm concerned. Like Marvel, they haven't done it yet. But if they do it from now on, or even like for an anniversary, like from like Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr., like 2008, maybe a 20-year, like 2028, release an Iron Man on VHS.
Yeah, people would go insane.
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, yeah. If anybody out there from the major studios wants somebody to distribute it, I'll do it. Dark Nostalgia Video presents Avengers. Boom.
So, do the people in the live chat have questions for these guys? If not, I thought maybe we can just jump right into pickups. Did you guys buy anything?
I can show you a couple of things.
Sweet.
I've actually bought a couple things. I just don't have them with me because I have them set to ship to Dallas. So I don't ever see it anymore.
Carter, show us your things, Carter.
All right. Okay, let's get busy.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Carter's in, balls deep at this point.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Carter is killing it, man.
Yeah. I'm in it to win it. Okay, so what are we starting with? We got
great buy right there.
The Principal from 1987. I like this a lot.
I love it.
I had to wade through quite a bit of selections here. So you have the RCA, old school RCA. Even though it is a TriStar release, you got the old school RCA seal sticker.
Nice.
And you got the RCA watermarks on the side. And you and you have the the RCA logo.
Oh, the old school one.
Yeah, even though it is TriStar, it still has kind of like the old school kind of trappings to it. So
that baseball bat, he means business,
right?
That's one of his 80s movies right there.
Yes.
You want to sell that to me? I think I need to be the principal.
Man, this is I've been after this. This is a movie that I remember seeing when I was a kid. Freaking loved it. So yeah, man, this is and look at that. Look at the Target. Oh, got the Target sticker on it too. Shit.
Target.
I will say there's like a little bit of a. It's like is it a cut? I don't know what the hell's. Yeah, probably just a little bit. Like right.
And is this the high school set up in the Chicago area, like Illinois, right?
Probably. You know what? It's like one of those like nondescript hood high schools, you know what I mean? You don't even know. You don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Carter thought I was Cleveland when he was a kid. He's like, that's not high school.
But he also, this movie is so good because it just captures the era so well.
Yes, it does. Ooh, yes.
That's why this is a great buy, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is gritty, beautiful. Love it. Thank you. All right, what's next? We got. Let's do this one. Does anybody out there in YouTube land remember
Dazzling Dunks of basketball?
Dazzling Dunks, yes.
On ESPN. Order your copy now with your football helmet, and you will get Dazzling Dunks and basketball bloopers.
Yeah,
I think that was a smart buy.
This was a mail order because I remember seeing the ads back when I was a kid. This is 1989, and I bought this. Well, actually, my parents bought this for me, and I watched this every day. Like if you're a fan of late 80s, early 90s NBA, this was it right here. And I remember watching the shit out of it.
Think about that compared to the Great American Bash and Starcade that are $3,000 tapes, right? They were the same deal. You had to order them online, couldn't go to the store and get them. Some people had parents that loved them and they bought them for them. Other people were psychotic little children stealing credit cards.
Okay, so
that's 800 numbers.
Yeah. So this came out in 1989. So what does that mean for the watermark?
Should be first. Blues.
Should be the first, yeah.
Okay, cool. And what more did I want to say about this? Oh, this came out before Jordan got his rings.
Oh,
so
they were making fun of him, or they were criticizing him because he wouldn't win the big one.
Right.
He will win MVPs. He will be all these accolades, but never a championship. But then he won it in 1990-91 season.
Yep. Yeah, but it was funny because they chronicled the slam dunk in this. They chronicled the slam dunk contest from 84 to 88, and he was in the mix. So he was the man, but he just wasn't the man.
I grew up in Chicago in the early 90s, and I wasn't into basketball, but all there was Jordan. I don't care where you went. Jordan. I'm like, yep, everywhere. So I was there through the whole time they won their championships. And
do you think
I wasn't even into basketball, but I was like, I'm a fan because damn, it's cool.
Right. Yeah, why not?
I think Jordan tapes with white watermarks should be a good investment, guys. By the way.
Yes. All right. I came across this for I don't know, like $30. I figured, why not? Game Pro, video game, secret tips, tactics, and passwords. Okay, so when I was doing the search for Game Pro, all that was available was volume. This is volume 1, and all that was available was volume 2, and those were open. So to come across volume 1, and this was like the only one that I saw, and it was completely sealed. So I'm just like, I
can see Carter like with 5-6 different computer monitors analyzing the data. You know, it's like
listen, man, listen, you ain't far off.
He's in. He's in.
You're not far off.
Computer screens.
So, yeah,
it looks cool. Do it. That's what I said.
Yeah. And what I like, you have like these licensed. You got these licensed characters.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Chun-Li, Bart Simpson, Michelangelo.
Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Yeah. So I just figured, why not? Let's see. I actually paid
part 4 of 937. He goes, all right, and
actually paid for this one.
Oh, wow.
I love you, man. Perfection.
Napoleon Dynamite. I got this for $75.
Oh, you stole it, dude! You fucking stole it. Look at Paul. He's going nuts.
Does it have watermarks?
You bamboozler! You can't do this.
Get the fuck out of here!
You get out
right there.
We got
it. Here.
We got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy it for $100 right now, straight up.
Oh, come on, man.
I'll buy it for 100. I'll buy it for 1,000 pesos. Straight up.
1,000 pesos.
You know what? I'll show these just for the hell of it. We got 2 copies of Samurai Jack.
Oh, fun, man. Cool fun.
These were like $30 a piece.
Smart.
Nice.
And on top of that, they got the
Warner Home.
Warner watermarks on it. So I'm like, okay.
Always fun grabs, man. Do it to it.
Yeah. And you know what? I guess Speaking of Lethal Weapon, to me, I think since these are available, I think this, if you want to get into VHS, I think this is like the base where you should start, in my opinion.
We're talking rigs.
Yeah. And
those are the 87 versions?
What was that?
Those are the 87 first releases?
Yes, because the barcodes are on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure of that.
Side barcode, 87 on the back.
It was a bitch trying to find these, to be quite honest with you. Because they are available, but they're it's like you got to wade through a lot to try to find the ones with the barcode on the side.
deceptive.
So I would say this is a good place to start if you want to start a VHS collection. So
if you throw up Lethal Weapon new and sealed, guys, you'll probably see 4,000 of those new and sealed that look just like that.
Exactly.
But they're not all the one you want, because Warner likes to keep their boxes exactly the same.
And I'll tell you what, let's do these two. So we have Black Caesar and Hell Up in Harlem.
It's blaxploitation fun, dude.
Yes, dude. Trying to find blaxploitation flicks is a bitch.
So you're against me with these because I've been buying all these up too for a while. So if I don't get it, you're probably getting it.
Dude, I fucking told you. God, whoever's been listening, these guys are the smartest guys, period. I'm telling you.
This week I also got Truck Turner this week.
That was you. That was you. Okay.
I snuck it. Truck Turner was me. And what else did I get this week? The Messenger with Fred Williamson.
Oh, nice.
They're beautiful. But look at this with the Orion watermark. They're beautiful colors.
1988.
Magnificent.
They're beautiful, dude. Every one of them are that whole series. They did a whole release of blaxploitation films in '88. All of them are in different shades of color, just like that. They're all fantastic. I think these are great investments if you find them. 88 releases, like he's saying. They're going to be great collectibles.
You know what? Let's talk. Let's do these. Let's get these out of the way. Fuck it. I got Easy Rider.
Oh no shit!
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's a fucking great
watermark.
Won the Oscar.
This is from 1985.
So probably with the side watermark, probably 87.
Yeah, you want the ones with the watermarks on the back, not the side.
And that would have been a slipcase too. On the first one would have been a double top one, 4-sided case.
So
that one is okay.
It's just all of those up there, I think.
And also we got Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, that's cool. Was it Beta?
Yeah, that's fucking
Betamax. Betamax.
Nice spy.
Nice.
Backwater.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's what you wanted. That's good.
Okay, so when I was looking up pictures of this, they had these. I was looking up because they're two and they're both sealed up. So when I was looking at pictures of them broken up, part one had I think 1983 on the date, and part two had 1985, which was kind of interesting.
Weird.
Yeah. So
it's fucking fascinating.
Love this movie. Whenever it comes on, I watch it. So
that's cool. Though.
All right, so that's all I got.
I can tell you that I don't watch it every time it's on, but it's okay.
So I only have 4 movies. This one
Charles, God damn it. Does everybody have one but me? Do you have one? Carter, you got one?
Definitely not.
You bought one this week, and I felt like a fucking asshole. Or maybe it was last week. And now Pablo's got one. I'm super jealous.
Captain America.
My God. That's Okay.
I mean, this is a common take, guys. Don't get me wrong. Like this, they're gonna pop. But like I said, I think the man will be big because of Chris Evans, huge actor, as you guys know, and Jessica Alba. Beautiful.
It's a 2005 release, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a late release. Yeah, definitely 2005 for VHS.
They get hard to find around that time, guys.
So it gets harder, but I think these will pop.
I think that's a smart buy, man. I really do.
Wow.
Dude, slugs.
With the huge watermarks in the front. If you can
I want to buy that from you. Can you sell it to me? I need it.
We'll talk. But this is the horror movies that has a great cover art. It's a great movie from the 80s. And it has great watermarks from on the front.
Well, if you're interested, let me know because I collect New World releases. I don't have that one, so that's a great New World.
Yeah, Slug and another favorite from the 80s.
Nice.
And I had some Bloodsport shorts on earlier. I could have been wearing them. Ooh,
Bloodsport, and then
love it, man.
I'm trying to follow Carter's lead.
Wow,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, that's good. Sweet, man.
You know the movie that I wish I had on like it hasn't been released, but Talladega Nights. You know, like
yeah.
Some of the movies that just like the movie 300. A lot of movies that came in 06, like They just missed the cut. You know, Talladega Nights, it would have been insane for me to get on VHS. So that's it. That's all I got, guys.
Fucking dope, man. My last one.
Oh yeah, and just I don't know if now it's better. Like if you want a moldy tape, nice ugly mold, never buy these unless somebody give it to you as a gift. And even then, like Charles says, you can clean it if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, you never put this on your VCR or Betamax player.
Don't ever try to rewind something with mold. Don't ever put it in your VCR. You ruin your VCR. I have a strict rule at our company that if it's worth $75 or more, I will try to save it. I will try to demold it. Under 75, I'm gonna dismantle it and I'm gonna keep the labels in the box for restoration for other ones. So,
do you do that, Charles? If somebody sends you a VHS, can you do that service for them or no? Like
I won't do it just because I can't guarantee it. So I only do it for my own stuff.
Like, look, guys, if you find, like I said, a rare tape like that, the Scarecrow, this one, or the Linnea Quigley Horror Workout, and it has mold, you have to take your chances because those are valuable tapes.
Even the box is valuable because some of those, like you'll see a lot of people who just have the tape and they've been looking for the box forever, and the boxes.
For example, I need a Betamax Texas Chainsaw Massacre box.
You have the tape, but not the box.
The tape, but not the box.
I'm bidding on that sealed one that's up for auction. So have you seen that one?
Where?
It's like one of the Comic Connect auctions.
Right now?
Yeah, I think it's up to 4,000. But
right.
I'm from Texas. I'm Mr. Texas. It's going home to Texas.
I hope it does. That's a beautiful tape.
Nico, do you want to do a little bit of the Comic Connect, or you want to wait until next week? Because that's sooner than the Heritage auction, I think.
Oh, I don't know that I'm sophisticated enough to know how to do that. But I do have pickups.
Charles, do you know any, like, let's talk about real quick the top 2 or 3 tapes on Comic Connect besides that Texas Chainsaw. Is there any other interesting tapes there?
Well, they do have another of the 84 Star Wars that they're up to, and they're estimating it to go for 60, and it's at 20 right now still, so it's still got a little bit of a ways to go. Other than that, I can't think of any of the other ones off the top of my head because I've just been eyeing the Texas Chainsaw one. Bad. I see. I could check real fast though. Let me pull theirs. Let's see. Here we go. They had some pretty actually good ones in this auction. Let's see. Well.
What do you got on the background, Nico? Like, you have all graded tapes, like Top Gun.
I mean, I got graded tapes, but I got pickups. Like crap.
What's your pickups, man? What's your pickups?
All right, so I picked up Captain Ron the demo. Remember we talked about it? And then I bought a bunch of demos actually. Death to Smoochie, which has Ed Norton and Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that one? Death to Smoochie?
Definitely.
Is that like a 2000s movie?
What's up?
2000s or 90s?
I don't know. That's a great question. It was 2002.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there's a lot of those out there.
What's a demo?
Oh, then no.
Yeah.
Demo's cool though. Demo's always what you want to buy with those years. So
yeah.
That's cool.
So I got a Wedding Singer demo.
Look at you going for the demos.
Yeah, and then the other demo I picked up was Mr. Show. Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Thanks. All right. Then I got some stuff that's a little bit more expensive. I picked up 2001: A Space Odyssey. I don't know the deal, like which one the good one is, because there's 2 prints of this. You guys have any clue?
I don't know about that movie. What will be the first release?
That's a very early one.
Release, yeah.
I believe that is the first release. That should be the very first one.
Okay, good. Just making
Because
sure.
I don't think there was an earlier 2001. There's one of those up at the Heritage auction right now too, so we can check their description. I know they looked into it.
Nice. I wonder what it's selling for. All right, that's the one from last week you were gonna fix for me. I think remember we talked about it. It came in. This one's going to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I broke down and bought this fucker.
Damn.
Yeah, which I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, now here's the interesting part. Danny says that this is a late sticker. And that what I got was a fucking later tape that they reused this in.
Most of the time, yes, because the silver foil ones are the very first ones. And as it went on later, they didn't use the silver foil stickers. They used those because those are actually the same seals they used on the tapes too, inside the tape. So if you ever take a Warner tape out, the seal that's holding the tape together is the same seal that's on the side. They did that to save money because they use it in both parts.
Well, anyway, I was excited.
But it's still a cool find. I mean, it's still a really cool find, really early box to have. And I think it's still going to be super desirable, you know?
All right, and then this is the one Mikey's going to fucking kill me for.
Oh, yep.
Okay, what year is that?
79.
Really?
This is the year I was born.
Holy crap, man!
It's
Oh my
Beta,
gosh.
Betamax?
Betamax.
And there's no watermarks on those either.
No, but so I think she's legit.
No, yeah, because WCI didn't have any watermarks that I know of. Only when they became later.
So it looks like, see that little vent hole? I've been fucking studying this tape for a fucking like a week. See that little vent hole right there?
That looks right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if it doesn't have anywhere underneath, like you on the.
Oh no, it does not. Now the pictures I had, I agreed to a fucking price on this thing, and then when I got it, I think, and I inspected it, it was a little bit better. But I think I'm pretty happy with it.
That's a great buy.
That's a hell of a buy, Nico.
I think that has a long-term potential to be a really sky-high tape. Graded and put up. I think that has the potential to go astronomical with some people.
No, I've never seen it.
You should post those.
The guy I got it from paid $20.
Oh,
you fuck!
I was like, okay.
Goodbye, man. Good buy. I applaud you. It's a great buy. I don't know how you found it, but good for you. Go get it.
Oh, thought he was holding an omnibus. Heroes Born. What did they talk? Oh, they thought the Superman was an omnibus.
Goodbye.
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, welcome to the Tapeheads. So, I don't know, guys. We've been on for about an hour. I feel guilty that I didn't have more prepared. If the people in the live chat have questions for the experts.
Yeah, I wish I had some pickups I can show you guys, but
Carter and I'll sit and listen too.
Since I don't live in Dallas anymore, I buy stuff and people get it for me, so I don't even know where any of my stuff is at any given time. It's just out there.
Personally, I equate Betamax with, say, like newsstands when it comes to newsstand comic books. Is there a ratio of Betamax to VHS?
Not that I think anybody's aware of. I can tell you they were a lot lower because beta sales were a percentage of what VHS sales were, VCR sales were. So there wasn't a whole lot. That's why you saw them sit around for so long, because it took them years to sell, But I think that there are a lot more sealed betas for that reason than VHS of some of the rare tapes, just because some of them were kept, and a lot of them after 2 or 3 years were put in a box and sent back to a distribution place where they sat for 30 years. People are still finding some of that stuff. So,
okay.
I like beta. I think they're cool because they're so tiny. I don't know what it is about beta, but I was always
cute. They're cute. They look like little video games.
And I wish, like we mentioned earlier, that laserdisc would get a more equally aligned with price. You see a lot of these early MCA laserdiscs going for $5-10, and same thing with CDs, which are even rarer. People are like $1 new. Nobody cares.
It's a couple of laserdiscs that, like the Matrix, I know it goes for $500 or something like that on laserdisc.
All day.
Well, like that Jaws you showed earlier, the Jaws that was like, 1,000, 2,000. I have like the first release of Jaws on Laserdisc when it was DiscoVision sealed, and I paid $4 for it. Buy it now. I'm a Kari, so I'm like, does any more of those exist? I don't think so, but it's sat there for like 5 or 6 days.
Mercari is a great place, but now it's too many hunters there right now.
Hunters and hustlers, man, lots of them.
Like comic books that disappear in seconds in Mercari, and now VHS is in that pattern too. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's hard. I mean, it's hard at this point, but we got to keep going out there and finding them. As people, we see people post. There's still stuff out in the wild. People still find stuff,
Dude paid $20 for this.
Yeah, I've paid.
Wait a second, you ready? And wouldn't have bought it if he wasn't like, "Hey, should I buy this?" And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of the store. Just take it now and get the fuck out."
Hey, I'm still the guy who got like original Raiders for $1. So
nice. I think I paid $3,000 for my copy. That's right there.
Let me see. Can you pull it out, Nico? Let me see. That's one of my favorite movies. Is that for VHS?
Yeah. So what blew my mind, for the record, guys, is that. So this is how you tell it's first print, is that rainbow stuff at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously they have the Paramount watermarks on the back.
Yeah.
Now this is a beta, because I'm fucking balls deep in the betas, right? I just am. But what's interesting, for me at least, is there's a second print that's on Heritage right now that's at $5,500.
That's the VHS, right?
The VHS.
And I just gave them another one of those too, because I had one of those in my collection, and I just gave it to them for another auction. So I was very happy to see it go for that much.
I just paid $200 for a copy last week. It's hopefully in the mail.
That's the thing, is you gotta hope it gets in the mail.
Why do you buy that one for $200? Like, you think it's a good investment, or you just like the movie?
I mean, $200
for that tape is a steal.
Yeah, it's just a fucking steal. I mean, I don't know exactly how any of this is going to pan out long term, but the new Indiana Jones movie is coming. I think there's an opportunity to dump it if need be. It's just a smart place to park money. It might go bonkers. It might not. The hell, I'm so fascinated with VHS, and I have not been fascinated with the comic market since 2007, when the Walking Dead TV show premiered, or maybe 2012 or whatever.
I've been doing this for 20 years, so VHS I've been doing this. I was the only person who cared anymore about it. So
damn.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be late to the party, but I'm glad I'm finally here.
I'm glad you're here.
So much fun, man. I mean, hearing Carter talk about movies, hearing Pablo talk about movies, hearing Charles talk about movies that like captivated their childhood is just amazing. And then I know for sure, right, Bloodsport, that if somebody has an ad on Craigslist or is set up at a flea market and they have comic books or baseball cards or whatever, they think they have a fucking fortune.
Yeah.
Right? And what I tell people who don't do collectibles, like the people I work with, I'm like, there's two kinds of people that I like to buy comic books from. People who know everything and people who know nothing, because they both realize that most of the stuff isn't worth a goddamn thing. Right? You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's just nice. Like now people have VHS collections and I'm like, there's actually an opportunity for me to still find treasure again.
Yeah.
That's a good point. In my opinion, like again, 85% of the collections is gonna be the common stuff that you see, like the Titanics, Jerry Maguire's, Back to the Future, but they're all open because that was the purpose of VHS. You open it and you watch it. The really hard stuff is locked down in collections, like by the true horror fans. And
yeah, I know some people who have rares of the rare stuff and they won't let it go.
But those guys is like, even if you take an arm from me, they're not gonna sell you the good shit for sure. But eventually, like all the markets, like the golden age guys of comics, you get older, you need to pay bills, maybe you go through a divorce. I don't know. but you're gonna sell your collection. And these horror guys, eventually, they're gonna be in a good place, because horror, I think, is one of the things that is gonna go high in auction.
I like horror movies.
Or it's like you say, Nico, like people think, oh yeah, I saw this copy of Back to the Future sold for 10,000, and it's a sealed copy 86, and they had the 94 open, but they don't know.
Yeah. A lot of it's educating people, though. A lot of it's educating them. And I've already seen that with VHS, when you try to educate people and they just think you're trying to rip them off. And I'm like, no, it's just trying to tell you what it is. I'm like, I'm sorry.
And that's why I tried to highlight a couple of the sales that I thought were just clearly mistakes on the buyer's part, because they didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. And by the way, it reminds me of the comics. I mean, Carter, you probably know, like I remember all the Spider-Mans, like the reprints that it has a little black border. It's a Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4, but it has a little black thingy. And I seen how many times I've seen in Mercari or Craigslist trying to sell those as the real deal. And like, no, bro, that's a reprint. It's hilarious.
You can see the 2005 Hyundai ad right on the back, and they're like, "Oh,
right." It says right here in the Overstreet price guide.
They're like, "That's an error print, all right? It's an error." Worth more
to me. And then also there is like Marvel Tales. There is reprints of like where it's the same story, but it's obviously a reprint in the 70s. They reprinted a lot of stuff from the 60s. It's not the original. I've seen a lot of that with comics.
Right.
So I know also, you have to be careful with VHS. Yeah, you need to do your homework. And before you pull the trigger, unless you're buying it cheap, or you have a time pressure issue, make sure, like, for example, again, the Bloodsport, you don't want to see a recycle symbol at the bottom. No. You do not want to see that. You just...
Don't be afraid to ask questions, Don't be afraid to be more comfortable with the money you're spending. You got to be comfortable.
So like other stuff, like Carter was showing his copy of Napoleon, and it has clear watermark. His copy does. My copy does a watermark. So you cannot buy a Napoleon Dynamite without the watermark.
Well, and did you remember the immediate reaction to this was, that's a 90s tape, or it's a late 2000s tape. It's common. And then I'm like, oh no, this is a demo you just can't see. I turned it over. They're like, well, that's the fucking demo. Demo, screener, promo are three of my favorite search terms on eBay for VHS. Whoa. I just organize them by new VHS promo, or VHS promo, VHS screener, VHS demo.
I have it too, man. And it's good. Yeah. It's good, like you said, because some of those are common. You're like, oh, they made 200,000 of those. Yeah, and they made probably 200 of the demo tapes beforehand. So
I mean, so the one I missed was Happy Gilmore, because I was being a fucking cheap ass. I want to fucking kill myself. Dumb.
Goodbye.
At least I got the Wedding Singer. You know what I mean? And like, some of these things, it's like, am I ever going to be able to find a promo for it? I don't know. And I like the promos of TV shows, because I was able to get recently The Practice promo. I fucking loved that show. That was the show I watched when I was in undergrad that made me want to go to law school. Right?
That's cool, man.
Watched Dylan McDermott up there, kicking ass, taking names, the transition to James Spader and William Shatner when they went to Boston Legal. Like, I watched that as I went into law school and graduated from law school. You know what I mean? It was important to me. And I think there's a ton of people who are going to have similar relationships to TV shows and films, and there will be no number.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They'll just...
My favorite show is Smallville.
Oh, cool.
And it's definitely one of those. So I think this one has a watermark somewhere. But
that's cool, man.
I love Smallville. And then demo tape, I don't have too many. I have this one, the 25th Hour.
Oh, dude. That's exceptional.
Oh, great demo tape.
Yeah. So it has watermarks at the bottom.
Oh, my God.
I picked up a few of those, and I just wasn't able to find them anymore. But I remember I ran across, right before I had moved, a demo for Fast and Furious, and the guy put it up for like $5, and I was like,
"Oh fuck, I want that one."
Yeah,
I like
They're still out there.
It might be a fucking priceless tape. I mean, there's 10 fucking sequels. Yeah. I'm not a fan, okay? But there's apparently 100 million fans.
That's why some of the stuff when you talk about it, like when you even you get to Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, yeah, they made a lot of them, but when you get to the early ones, there's always going to be more fans than there are copies of the graded tape. So
for example, I watched what's it called? Undiscovered Country. The new Tom Holland movie where it's a video game and then it was a comic book and now it's a movie.
Oh, Uncharted.
Undiscovered Country.
Uncharted. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I struggle. I appreciate your help and need a lot more of it. So I'm watching Uncharted because I'm trying to fucking stay up late for another one of those Godzilla Mothra VHS tapes. Like a moron, I fell asleep, didn't get it, sold for $40, so I want to fucking kill myself. Anyway, watching Uncharted, I'm like, man, this is good. This is fucking okay. I didn't want a fucking Uncharted t-shirt or an Uncharted fucking poster. I wanted another copy of fucking Indiana Jones. That's what I wanted. You know what I mean? Because that's where it all started for me. All the treasure hunting on film. And, I wonder, I think that this is going to teach people a lot about the history of film. So for example, I've heard people say I don't like tapes that are from the 1960s or whatever. I only want stuff from 80s, 90s, 2000s when VHS came out. I don't feel that way at all.
Nico, if you hit our Generation X, we want stuff from the late 70s, early 80s. That's us. But for example,
but I'll even take super old shit that as long as it was important to me, right? There's MCA tapes of Psycho and The Birds and whatever, those Alfred Hitchcock tapes. Fuck, are you kidding me? Killer.
I know, but you will take those, but to me, I don't have the nostalgia factor. For me, I don't have the emotional connection to those movies.
Oh, okay. Take the
they're classics. They're amazing. Don't get me wrong, absolutely, but not to me personally.
Yeah, I just wonder if people are going to fall in love with old films in a way that they haven't, because there's so much new content because of this hobby, and it'll allow people to appreciate things like 2001: A Space Odyssey or whatever for the first time. You know what I mean?
And I will tell you this is a movie that I never see. I actually have seen it when I was little, but it's my aunt's favorite movie of all time. Is Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh my!
I want to buy a sealed copy of Breakfast at Tiffany's.
There's one up right now, live auction.
It's for my
Heritage, and I can tell you, it was mine, and I spent 4 hours restoring it, so that's how clean it is. So feel free to go bid on it.
Yeah, so there we go. But that one is not for me. But my aunt's favorite movie of all time is Breakfast at Tiffany.
Yeah.
So she loves that movie. So if I can give her that gift, I will do it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then for my uncle, I mean, he loves The Godfather for sure. So I don't know if I should buy him the Godfather 1 or Godfather 2, but it's a tough call which one is better. But
Godfather on beta.
Beta, man.
Some asshole fucking snagged it off of eBay recently.
Mikey.
Kudos to you. Was it Mikey that got it?
No, I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. It's impossible to find early version, man.
Thank you. Yeah, Charles. Fucking A, right? And Juke makes fun of me. She's like, quit buying these fucking Godfather tapes. And I'm like, I'm watching the Paramount show, The Offer. Loving it. Yeah, I mean, having all that nostalgia come back, from when I was a kid and I first, was old enough to watch The Godfather, old enough to watch Goodfellas. And I mean, fuck, Carter already bought Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
We just saw Ray Liotta pass, and, everybody's got a soft spot in their heart for him.
And that's another thing. Again, I don't want to sound too morbid, but these stars from the 80s, they're getting older. My idols, Stallone and Schwarzenegger, I mean, they are like mid 70s, late 70s, which is unbelievable. Harrison Ford is gonna be fucking 80 years old in a month, or a month and a half, and it's like that's crazy to me. And obviously, you want them to live forever, but what, 10, 15 years more for Harrison Ford? Ray Liotta passed. I mean, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, love those guys.
I think though, like you were saying earlier, it's going to be. I think it's also going to bring a lot of films to light for people have never seen, especially when it comes to rare horror movies. Because I mean, I'm known for having a lot of the really weird, off the wall, goofy horror movies that people have never heard of. So, like when I get this stuff graded, like in Heritage, I have stuff like Black Roses and Deadly Blessing. People are like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Go watch it. It's fantastic." Because these are movies that were released on VHS like 40 years ago. People are like, "I don't remember that movie." So I think it's good.
You had one that I saw recently that has the goat hand with the fucking candle, the embossed cover.
Oh, that's Black Roses, yeah.
So Black Roses takes the cover of Black Mask, the Mask 1 cover, from the comic book Mask 1.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
Which one?
Yeah. So do you have Black Roses? The VHS tape takes the goat hand from Mask 1.
Oh,
with the fucking candle. It's an embossed VHS tape.
Wow.
Now it's fucking sick, and I wonder how many of those we're gonna find.
I don't know.
Sort of like from other media that's been borrowed, right? Because album covers borrowed, comic book covers, VHS tapes probably have also done the same thing, and I think that sort of that's going to be fascinating. Is going to be fascinating.
You find that a lot of movie posters too. People start picking things out. They're like, "That was in a movie in the '60s nobody saw, and they used it in the '80s for this movie." It's funny when you run into that stuff,
Anybody have?
A lot of stuff on VHS is like this. They has never been released on DVD and Blu-ray. Like what Charles was saying. Like if you do your homework and this movie is a lot of horror never been released on DVD, only on VHS. Those are highly collectible.
Yeah, even open. Because a lot of them were super low budget. Like you said, it was some guy making in his backyard. He had enough to distribute like 40 VHSs. Now everybody's like, "Well, that's the only way it's ever going to be seen. So let's go get it."
Anybody have anything else? We let people go. I feel like I've held you guys hostage here all day.
I need a new beer, so I'm good.
No, I think the VHS maybe next show. What's the next show? Can you give us a preview of the next show, Nico, real quick?
Yeah. So we're gonna do all Heritage. Do you want to try to feature some of the comic link auctions, or are they going to be over?
Comic Connect, right?
Comic Connect. I'm sorry. The Metropolis auctions, will they be over by next Sunday?
I think they end on the 6th.
Yeah.
Oh,
so are we good?
We should be all right.
You should be right. Yeah, the day before Comic Connect, and definitely talk a little about Heritage. I think that will be useful to the viewers, like why the tapes are at the top. And maybe
so we can try to get real prepared. If you have particular tapes you want us to talk about, reach out to us, send us information. Everybody's on Instagram. I think this is all of our Instagram titles. Anything else we should tell them?
Get excited, guys.
Yeah, get excited. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I've got 44 tapes in that auction. So if anybody wants to know anything about these tapes that I have in there, I can tell you about every tape, where it came from.
Oh, and look, when I say VHS, also Betamax is coming for Nico. Like Betamax is coming also. I think that
as the young kids say, same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Betamax in some cases is gonna be head-to-head, same as VHS values. In other cases, should be VHS better value, and then like that Mission Impossible from 1996, that's the Betamax should be 10 times better.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
All right.
Eat your veggies, guys.
Eat your veggies. Watch more movies and eat your veggies.
What?